Hello, my crafty friends. If you're here watching the replay, I'm glad you decided to do that. Thank you. Um, I'm going to be playing around in my Just Because book that I haven't done very much on yet, actually, but I'm going to work on that today. And hi, Riri. I'm so glad you're here. That's what my plan is for today. In a few minutes, I'm going to show something I found at the thrift store, though. Hannah wanted to go and see if she could find some summer sandals at the thrift store. So we went, and she did find some sandals, and I found this. So I'll show that in a few minutes. How are you doing today? Me too. I'm glad I'm here too. I'm glad I'm here too. Got too many, too much stuff up here. My my arms can't relax. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm glad you're good. I'm good too. I'm doing good. Hannah loaned me a little leather thimble, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to, maybe it'll be easier for me to put my stitches through this time. Being lazy's good sometimes. I am a firm believer in being lazy sometimes. I'm feeling lazy. Oh, I actually feel like a nap. Isn't that terrible? I can't even remember the last time I took a nap. If I take a nap, I can't sleep at night, and I'm having enough trouble sleeping at night as it is. So no naps for me. Hi, Sana. I'm so glad you're here. It's good to see you. Well, I'm gonna add this, I think, here, but so far I haven't done very much in this book. Last time we worked on it, I put this stuff on the front, and that's all I did on the cover, and that's what I was working on when we stopped. And I put some pages together this down the center so that I can work on the page, and then I can work on this page, and then when I get done with that, I'll sew them together so that all the ugly stuff behind like this won't show. So, oh yay! I'll have to go see them. I'm so glad you're making videos, Sana. Anyway, that's all I've done inside, I think, is that, and then just sew the um, folios together. And when I sew this book together, my plan right now is to sew each folio in separately, just next to each other, and instead of trying to make them into a signature. So this is a longer piece, but it is going to be a book when I get through with it. Um, I'm just doing each of these pieces separately, and then we'll put it all together at the end. I think it'll be easier to work on this size than if it was all connected together. So that's my plan as far as that goes. And I did some of my on the back of some of them, I have my rusty dyed fabric, and then on some of them, like this one, it's quilt squares on both sides. So I didn't have enough quilt squares to do all of it in quilt squares, and I didn't have enough rusty dyed fabric to do all of the back's rusty dyed fabric. Um, so that's why we got a combination of those. So, well, thank you, Riri. But I'm trying to make it, easy on myself to work in. And I think I'm just going to work on the cover today. So I'm just going to set those up there. And I did make the cover really long so that it could wrap around. I'm looking forward to the wrapping around thing. So I'm just going to go ahead and cover the whole thing up with stuff on this side, and then we'll probably put some stuff on this side too. But this side looks okay by itself if I don't get much done to that. So, hi Barbara, hi Teresa, hi Julie. I'm so glad y'all are here. Oh, well, I hope you have a good day at work, Julie, but thank you for popping in and saying hi to us. We appreciate that. I do for sure, and I'm sure the other ladies do too. I got some little fuzzy bits there. Hi, Sherry. Good to see you. Pain free would be nice. Yes, Julie. I so totally understand that. I'm sorry that you're dealing with pain. I really am. Jen, it's good to see you today. Haven't seen you in a little while, but I'm glad you're here. This is what I'm going to be working on, but in a few minutes when more people get here, I'm going to look in this box. I didn't even I did this, and that's all I did at the thrift store. So I don't know what all is in here either, but I'm going to share that with y'all. But it says box of recipes and clips. And then it was originally $2.50 and they had marked it down to $1.41. So that's what I paid for. It was $1.41. I bet there's at least $1.41 worth of fun stuff inside. If not, then I should have looked better, huh? But Hannah found some shoes. That's what we went there for, was to find her some shoes. And then I found that. And I'm just gonna put this down. At each one of these little tips. Oops, I got that one a little bit too underneath it. Use the thimble. Well, so far I'm not needing it. I got a different needle that has a sharper point. The one that when I was doing it last time, I couldn't get anything done because I kept having to press it down on the table. So I've got the thimble when I need it, but so far I'm doing okay. And I'm just coming up from underneath all this other stuff. That one's okay. Come on. There's a little hole right there at the end of each one of these, and I'm trying to. Okay, she says you can stiffen that piece and you can cut it. Oh, the one you sent me? Um, oh, I would still like to hang it up somewhere just like it is. And I'm saving it for that. But if I get desperate for something to cut up, then I may try it. But right now I'm still planning to hang it up somewhere because it was beautiful just like it was. Or just like it is, maybe I should say. Okay. Well, I'm going to run out of string here in a minute. You are so welcome. Thank you. Okay, see, there's still quite a bit left there. But I think this probably is as far as I can go with it. Right here. And let's go ahead and uh-oh, that's not what I wanted to do. luckily, I can take it back out. Hi, Kathy. I'm glad you're here. Just find that little hole there. Got to figure out which end is the. There we go. Hi, Kristen. I'm glad you're here today. Thank you for coming in and popping into chat so we know you're here. Gotta try to. Well, that didn't work, did it? Okay. Kind of. I don't even know what I'm doing here, to be honest. I'm just playing with stuff. That's one reason I like this, because there's not a right way to do it and a wrong way to do it. You just do whatever you want, and it turns out looking cool. Okay. Kathy says, hope everyone's having a good day. I finally got my appointment with the specialist and the surgeon all within 2 weeks. That is wonderful. I'm relieved they're not going to let it go a couple of months before I can get in. A lot of times they do. I'm so glad you were able to get in quickly. Hi, Melody. I'm so glad you're here. Hi, Deborah. I'm glad you're here. Thank you all for coming. I'm just going to, I'm tying that, and I may hang a bead right here. Oh, I'll just add it in if I decide I want a bead. We're going to not worry about that right now. We're going to not worry about that right now. Hey, Janet. I'm glad you're here. I'm going to set this aside for a minute, and we're going to take a peek in this mystery box. Oh, there's that needle. I couldn't find my needle. I took it out of the thread and put the other needle in. Where did I put that? No, this is the other needle. Okay, never mind. Forget that. But I don't know what I did with the other needle. I didn't get it put back in my book, and I don't know what I did with it. So, hi, Kathleen. 5:12 a.m. Oh, goodness. I'm sorry that you're awake. I wish you could be sleeping, but I'm glad you're here since you're awake. I woke up about 4 this morning and couldn't go back to sleep, so I know what that's like, and it's not fun. Thank you, Janet. Don't call. Yeah. Huh. I wonder why they, maybe when you're looking face to face, they care a little more. I don't know. They should care, period. Anyway. Okay. Some of you weren't here when I told everybody at the beginning, but last weekend, Hannah wanted to go to the thrift store and find some sandals for the summer, because she only has black sandals, and she wanted some brown ones too, so she could wear a bigger variety of things to work. Anyway, while she was looking at sandals, I was just looking around, and I found this box, and the tag says box of recipes and clips, and it had been marked down from $2.50 to $1.41. So we're going to see what I got for my $1.41. You ready? Might be treasure, but And I told you all earlier, oh, here's handwritten. Here's Mrs. Somebody's finger bread. Trying to see if I can read it. It looks like Glover's. I'm not sure. Anyway, so lemon sauce. Hmm. Uh, this is some kind of biscuits, but it doesn't. It just says bee powder biscuits at the bottom. So I guess that's what they're called. Baking powder biscuits? Yeah, they don't have yeast, they have baking powder. Anyway, it's fun to get recipes in somebody's handwriting. So let's look at this lemon sauce recipe um, since Kathy likes lemon. It's got 1/2 cup sugar, 1 cup boiling water, 1 tablespoon cornstarch, 2 tablespoons butter, 1 1/3 tablespoons lemon juice, nutmeg. It says mix sugar and cornstarch over, add water gradually, stir constantly, fold 5 minutes, remove from the fire, then add the butter, juice, and nutmeg. There you go. Janet says, yum, lemon sauce over grilled chicken with artichokes, please. Wow, that does sound good. And this is 20 cakes and desserts from one recipe. See if it'll not fall apart while we try to look at this one recipe. Oh, it is kind of broken. She says, I have but one cake recipe. It's a simple one, inexpensive and easily made as well. But by a little juggling, I have so managed that it covers every requirement. Long practice enables me to make and bake the cake in record time. I take 1 large and generous tablespoonful of butter, a cupful of granulated sugar, also liberally measured, 1 cupful and a half of flour into which I stir a heaping teaspoonful of baking powder, a half cup of milk, 2 eggs well beaten, and a tiny pinch of salt. I cream the butter and sugar together thoroughly, then stir in the whipped eggs and then the flour sifted twice with the baking powder, and lastly the milk. With the milk, I rinse the bowl in which the eggs were beaten so that no waste is possible. Then I beat the whole vigorously and bake in a good steady oven. No flavoring, you ask? Yes, indeed, but that is where my cunning comes in. Sometimes I flavor the cake with a teaspoon of vanilla and bake it in a loaf, which I ice with a good boiled icing. Again, I drop in a half teaspoon of extract of lemon and a mere grating of nutmeg and bake the batter in patty pans. I'm not sure what patty pans are. Do y'all know what patty pans are? Sprinkling the little cakes with granulated sugar before slipping them into the oven. A crisp brown crust is the result, and the cakes are delicious for luncheon or afternoon tea, especially if served warm. For rather nice occasions, I add 2 squares of unsweetened chocolate melted over the steam of a kettle to the batter and bake it in layers, which I put together with boiled icing flavored with lemon. This makes as delicious a devil's food as anyone could possibly wish. Y'all getting hungry now? Hi, Mina. I'm glad you're here. And then she goes on and on with more um, 20 different cake recipes, it says. See if this is the back. No, the back is something else. It is the schoolhouse in the evening. Every town should have a community center that is meeting the social needs of the people and directing the thought of the community. As such, work is acknowledged to be an extension of public education. Why should not the building where public education is begun be utilized to continue educational growth among those who have long since graduated from public school? The schoolhouse is as much a public institution in the evening as it is in the daytime. In every community, a wider use of the equipment of the school plant is desirable if it has an auditorium with comfortable seating or a social room. Now, I have no idea um, when these articles, came from, but anyway, 20 cakes from one recipe. Patty pans or cupcake baking trays. Okay, that was all I could think of. Thank you. Thank you for making me know that I did okay with that thought. Wow, what a box. I think I'm a kid again, listening to Grandma giving me cooking lessons. Yeah, yeah. Talking about grandmas. My grandmother, I don't remember cooking with my grandmother Mullins, but I cooked with my grandmother Woody quite a bit. And she always had to add something or take something out of the recipe or both. She could never cook a recipe just by the recipe. And we were always teasing her about that. She would say, "I used so and so's recipe," and we would always say, "Well, what did you change?" Because that was important if you wanted to make whatever it was. And one day she came in and she was so excited. She had this apple pie, and it was a grated apple pie. And she was telling me, "I went just by the recipe, Lisa." And then she said, "Well, except I added some grated cheese." I was like, "Except," that's the word I was looking for. Oh, I miss her. Lamb stew is different. Savory lamb stew with parsley dumplings. It looks like basically the same kind of stew you would make with dumplings, except it's lamb instead of something else, I guess. Um, Hi, Brittany. I'm glad you're here. I'm looking through a box of recipes. What does it say here? Box of recipes and clips. Dinner's in the freezer, she says. Well, it better be. It is hot and the sun is high in the heavens. The roses are blooming in the early summer breeze, and there are things we know not of amongst the bees a humming, half tasting that nectar of their ambrosial world. How little we learn, really, of how this half of the earth lives. While there may be things undreamed of in this world of the bees and the flowers, we do come off with a few compensations in our own everyday way of life. The world does move sometimes in the right direction. Today, some of us have freezers. I love it. I, I love my freezer. Hi, Barbara. I'm glad you're here. Oh, thanks, Melody. Um, let's see what else she has to say. There was a day when we had to do with an old-fashioned things. One of these was the dear old ice box. Up you hoisted the lid and poised it against the wall of the back kitchen, and if you were extra safe in your mind, you plugged in a stick to keep the precarious cover safe, and then went to the job of hauling out a miscellaneous collection of materials for the imminent meal. The job was tough. The result was one no child could attack. You were in it, and there you stuck. The pan beneath, having been forgotten during the day, and the day was hot, formed a puddle, and you slushed around as in a lily pond. Are you old enough to recall these dear icebox days? The dratted companions are still around even now, but so is firewood, and the two are first cousins. And let us be grateful. I have seen those ice boxes. but I have never used one. I'm not quite that old. And over here, it says line a day. Okay, today is what is today? 21st. Today's the 21st, so let's see what the line for today is. First, she makes a crumb crust, crushes enough vanilla wafers to make 1.5 cups of crumbs, blends with 1/4 cup butter or margarine, spreads in a pie pan, bakes for 8 minutes at 350 and lets it cool off. Then she melts 1/2 large nut bars or 4 small ones, adds a little salt and cools it some. We are so far. Okay. So evidently this is kind of weird. Okay. This is only, part of it. Anyway, that's fun. Okay, this way. We're going to be here all day if I don't stop. This says it's a White House recipe from Edith Kermit Carroll Roosevelt, wife of Theodore Roosevelt, 1901 to 1909. Indian pudding. 6 tablespoons cornmeal, 6 cups milk, scalded, 1/2 cup brown sugar, 1/4 pound butter, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon grated lemon rind, 1 teaspoon ginger, 1/2 pound of raisins, and 6 eggs beaten. Combine the cornmeal and scalded milk, add sugar, butter, and salt, cool. Add lemon rind, ginger, raisins, and eggs. Bake in a buttered 3-quart casserole or baking dish for 2 hours at 300 degrees. Decorate the top with orange or lemon sections that have been glazed with honey. Serve with cream or vanilla ice cream. So there's your Indian pudding. I'm still an American, and to me, pudding is not something with cake in it. Of course, this doesn't have a whole lot of flour and stuff, so it might be more puddingish. Anyway, what do we got here? Never fail meringue. How many of you like meringue? I do not like meringue. Oh, here's another baked Indian pudding. So this lady liked Indian pudding. She glued 2 pages together so she would have a sturdier piece to put her to glue this onto. You you still have snow. Who needs a freezer? Yeah, well, I don't have snow anymore. It is 80 degrees out there right now. Kathy loves it, especially on lemon pie. Okay, well, let's find out how we can make one that never fails. This meringue cuts beautifully and never gets sticky. 1 tablespoon cornstarch, 2 tablespoons cold water, 1/2 cup boiling water, 3 egg whites, 6 tablespoons of sugar, a dash of salt, and a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Blend the cornstarch and cold water in a saucepan. Add boiling water and cook, stirring until clear and thickened. Let stand until completely cold. With electric mixer at high speed, beat egg whites until foamy. Gradually add sugar and beat until stiff but not dry. Turn the mixer to a low speed. Add salt and vanilla. Gradually beat in cold cornstarch mixture. Turn the mixture again to high speed and beat well. Spread meringue on filled pie shell and bake in a moderate oven about 350 degrees for 10 minutes. The meringue is the Weight Watchers recipe. It might be. It doesn't say anything here. It just says never fail. It's got quite a bit of sugar in it. I don't see how that could be Weight Watchers, but I don't know how they do their stuff. So I'm not going to. So I take that back. I don't know anything about Weight Watchers. Haven't ever done that particular one. So anyway, there's some Never Fail meringue. Here's another page from another time for that line a day. I guess that's a certain okay, this says the New York State Historical Association, Cooperstown, New York. Well, we're not going to worry about this. That marriage has either survived or it's been over with for many years. Um, the uncertain glory of an April day is all about us and our heads awhirl with new pleasures. This is the season to weed out the kitchen recipe file as well as the clothes closet. Away with you, churlish turnip, advance. Oh, delicately provocative souffle. People knew how to write back then. Here's another one line a day. She really liked those, whoever she is. Here's how to use Campbell's soup a whole bunch of different ways, it looks like. Hot buttered soup. Huh. Now, I have never had butter stuck into my tomato soup, but I found out, when you get older, you find out that not everybody does things the same way. I grew up with Campbell's tomato soup, but when my mom made it, she added milk instead of water. And I went to somebody's house and they used water. It tastes very different. I'm sure butter would change make it taste different too. Oh, okay. Butter, eggs, blah, blah, blah. Okay. I got it. Sorry. Yeah, I think I got my money's worth. I probably won't. I don't know if I'll make any of these or not, but um, Barbara puts butter in her tomato soup. I'm sure I would have if I'd ever thought about it. I haven't made tomato soup in a long time. That sounds really good. Have you ever considered the middle name? It occurs to me that in days gone by, we didn't hear so much of them. Some of the illustrious in our history eschewed the middle name, if they ever had one. George Washington. Would he have fathered the Republic if he had signed himself G. Valentine W.? The answer is nix. Paul Revere. He of horse and silver teapots. John Hancock. Patrick Henry. The list is endless. Why? I don't know why. Oh, what is he like? How does he grow? What your baby's like will also be determined by the stage of growth he's in. So anyway, here's a bunch more. We just keep getting more of these. Um, that looks nice and relaxing, doesn't it? Here's another one. This one is a different kind of paper. Those were glossy. This one's not. Anne Bachelor is the same lady who did all of them, so I don't know which one came first, the glossy ones or the non-glossy ones. There's another one. Ladies' Home Journal. Okay, we got to get down past some of those. Line a day. I wonder if this is Mother's Day. That's really pretty, isn't it? Grilled cheese cute croutons to put in your tomato soup. I'm not laughing at that, Janet. It sounds wonderful. It sounds wonderful. Oh. May, with all thy flowers and thy green, welcome be thou fair, fresh May. Chaucer. Okay, here's something. Californians add small green seedless grapes to coleslaw. 1 cup of grapes to 4 of shredded cabbage would be about the right proportion. And for this combination, our choice would be a sour cream dressing. That is really pretty. I may have to keep that out for something else and not, well, I'll get it back out. Okay, we're going to try to go faster. Nut coffee cake charms sleepy eaters at breakfast. Yes, I think so, Janet. That's what I thought when I found it. I was like, okay, that's got to be good. Carnation heavenly rice pudding. Using carnation evaporated milk. This probably came right off the can of evaporated milk. Flaky pastry. Evidently, whatever was over here wasn't as important as the flaky pastry. It says 1/2 cup snowdrift, 1½ cups flour, 3/4 teaspoons salt, and 3 to 4 tablespoons of water. I have no idea what snowdrift is. Does anybody know what snowdrift is? Pineapple sounds good in coleslaw. Yeah. Green grapes and walnut halves, Janet says. Now you're officially hungry. Sorry. So somebody tell me what snowdrift is. Does anybody know what that is? All I can think of is it might be shortening. Because there's no butter in this recipe. Y'all tell me what you think. If snowdrift is shortening, that would make sense to me, but ooh, I love molasses cookies. Old-fashioned molasses cookies. Date surprise cookies. Chocolate batter pudding. Yep. These were back when you used shortening because we didn't know any better. We didn't know how bad it was for us. Can't forget the walnuts, yeah. Sherry Haybean and I can tell you what snowdrift is, but you're not telling me? Is it so bad I don't want to know? I'm a little concerned now. Smart cookies end up loaded with diamonds. The only coleslaw I like is KFC and Gardner's Barbecue. Here's lemon meringue pie and a confetti rice ring. That's kind of weird. Sorry. A confetti rice ring, a glamorous holder for creamed dishes, easy to mold. 1 10-ounce package of frozen green frozen green peas, 4 cups hot cooked rice, 3 tablespoons diced pimento, 2 tablespoons butter or margarine. Well, that's not a recipe that interests me. Oh, that kind of snowdrifts. Okay, yeah, well, I'm sure that's not what she was talking about. Hatit Kit puddings. This is a modern version of a very old recipe that required a family cow standing by, ready to provide milk hot from the source. Snowdrift was a brand of shortening. Okay, thank you, Janice. I'm glad you're here. I thought it must be, since there wasn't any butter included in that recipe. Baker's double fudge chocolate frosting. Gladys Tabor's strawberry shortcake. Okay, this is Gladys's recipe. I just love this. This is going to be so fun. And there's just so much down in here. Here's a couple of little books. We'll look at those. But there's just tons of recipes out of magazines and newspapers. And oh, here's another handwritten one. Let's see what this is. Spice cookies from Jean Hershey. Hersey. Hersey. Ooh, I love spice cookies. That sounds yummy. Okay. That's as far as we're going to go into this because I could sit here all day and read these things out loud. Of course, y'all might be happy to have me do that instead of working on this other thing, but I do want to get some work done on my book. Okay, Spice Islands Company, founded in 1941, has grown from a hobby into a business with worldwide distribution. And these are their charts and recipes. Tell you what kind of herbs to use with what different kinds of meats and stuff. Garlic butter, white sauce, spinach potato soup. Excellent roast fowl based. Fricassee veal of Mayenne. Colonel Cornwall's chicken curry. Cooked pudding sauce. Fried chicken Hawaiian. Spice Islands curry sauce. Hard sauce. Barbecue chicken. Spiced beets. The art of seasoning with herbs. Be light-handed with the use of herbs, at least until you've learned their full strength. Spice Island seasonings are extra full in flavor, so take it easy. Shred that pamphlet. It has a calorie guide, does it? Oh, I didn't see the calorie guide. It may be in here. Maybe I just missed it because I was looking at other stuff. Or is it? Oh, that's this one. Okay. Good Housekeeping's Complete Calorie Guide. This is from 1955. This is the old food pyramid that they changed so everybody could be healthier, and then we just got more unhealthy and more unhealthy. Okay. Yeah, we'll put that away. All right, where is the, oh, there's the lid. Now for my second cup, and I'll sit a while. Yeah. Well, I don't need any more food for a while. I just downed an everything bagel with cream cheese, tomatoes, onion, and romaine. Ooh, sounds yummy. I love everything bagels. Okay, I'm going to stick this in here. I don't eat them very often, but I love them. I love them, love them. Oh, I thought I would show y'all how these envelopes turned out from Monday. I think they both turned out pretty good. So now I just got to fill them up with something and send them off to someone. Don't know what and don't know who yet, but anyway. Yeah, it is a fun little stash. I'll have, that's something I need to go through with my mom because she would remember all those old kinds of recipes. Okay. I think since this is open here and I haven't sewn it down yet, I'm going to stick something under there just for fun, but I'm not sure what. It would need to be something that would show up. Maybe oh no. Wonder if this would. No. Oh, Hannah found this for me when I was at that same thrift store. She said, you need this for your little book because it's got some colored lace. So we're going to put some of that. This is very delicate lace. It really is, I think, vintage lace. I don't know about the other ones, but this green is. Hi, Beth. I'm glad you're here. Let's see if we can tuck that right under there. Yeah, I think that looks cute. Looks like leaves with a flower. Let's bring this down a little bit. Y'all can see a little bit better. Okay, now I need some thread so I can sew this down. Here's some bits of thread that are all over the place. Thank you, Mina. Hi, Vanessa. I'm so glad you're here. I think I want a dark green to sew this down with, though, so it'll show up. A long time since I used one of these things. I almost forgot how to do it. I was doing it backwards. There we go. I can't believe it's already 2:45. I have not got much done. Let's see here. How do I want to do this? I want to do this a little bit differently than the oh, that part got cut right there, so I'm going to come up beside it. Except I need to get under that green so it'll stay down. And I'm going to go ahead right here. Oops. There we go. Grab that side. Need a gripper. There we go. I want this going through several layers of lace, and because I want to be sure this lace stays put. So well, I'm glad you're happy. I'm glad you were able to relax and let your allergies calm down, maybe. I've been struggling with allergy stuff too, and it's really not fun. I have just enough that it makes me cough and gives me a headache. Um, Okay, what happened? Huh. All right. It felt like I had something hard on here, but oh goodness. It was way easier when I was doing these over here because I was just going through one little layer of stuff underneath it, just enough to tack it down. But now we want it to be held on pretty good, so you have to go through several layers. Yeah, there's something weird that happens, right? Okay, let me see. It's like one of these pieces of stuff is kind of wadded up. There we go. Oh, I wouldn't be excited either. Wouldn't be excited either. I've been having yesterday and today, one of my low blood pressure episodes, which don't happen very often, and I'm grateful for that. But I just get a little bit dizzy. Sometimes they have been really bad in the past, but right now I just am a little bit dizzy, not enough to cause a problem if I don't bend over or turn quickly. Uh, Barbara says our local newspaper just raised their online rates to $3 a week. That's more than $150 a year. We thought it came free with our Sunday only subscription. Good grief. Well, I know that my stepfather said the Sunday the newspaper. It's not just Sunday, but the newspaper that they get um, has gone up, and I think it's $150 a year for the one that they drop at the door that is like 6 pages. It's the skinniest little newspaper. Back when I delivered the newspaper, they were really heavy. These you could put 100 of them in your pocket almost. Um, but Mom and Daryl like having they like it to be in paper form. Okay, I like that. One thing I didn't think about, let's see. It may not matter because these will get fatter, but no, that'll be okay. Because right now it would be like this, and I haven't done anything to the pages inside, so I think it's okay. Yeah, the local newspapers are really struggling, and I know our local newspaper is now printed in Lubbock, and then they ship it to Amarillo. Um, so it's not really local anymore. But anyway, okay. I feel like it would be fun to put something else on this right here. What can I do? Well, we've also got this. Of course, I don't have to put everything on the cover, but I just saw this and thought, wow, that's a completely different color. I wonder about putting. Okay, well, we're going to keep working, so I got lots of space here to put stuff. Here's some. That'll make a good layer to go under stuff. A button in the middle of the doily. Yeah, that I thought about that too. Um, and it's probably exactly what I'll do. I was just wondering if I shouldn't add something else before the button. I don't know. I'm just kind of a yarn bow. Where would you put the yarn bow, Beth? Underneath the button or where you sew the button on? With the button, yeah. That sounds good. Whoops. I just thought I need to get something to get this kind of down so it'll stay put while I add stuff on it later. And nice little metal charm. Do I have a metal dragonfly or something? Ooh. Uh, I do, I think, have a dragonfly. I'm trying to think if that's where that would be. I know I have a big one. Hmm. Okay. That probably was not the best. Well, we'll just tie it off right here. That'll be fine. Old jewelry. Oh, yeah, I've got some old jewelry. Let's see, let me get this threaded and then um that's a good idea. Okay, let's leave that right there for now. And let me think of if I can get to my old jewelry stuff. Kind of got things in the way. Books. Oh, will those move? No. Ooh. Go ahead and get this one too so that doesn't fall down. Okay. And this probably isn't even the right bin since I Um, since I was able to get it down. See what's in this one. There's some little spinning wheels. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the, I can't even read that. I have no idea what that last word is. But I could do that. Here's something that says dream. Let's see what's in the other one. I just thought we might want to use some of those beads, and so we might as well get it down. I've got all kinds of stuff in here. Oh, bye-bye, Julie. Have a good day at work. I hope it goes well. I thought I had some broken bug pins in here. Okay, see, here's like a little bee. Got some little worry dolls. Well, I thought I had some more. That's pretty. Oh. These buttons, I don't usually use them because they were my grandmother's. The ones I dig out of that big jar are stuff I got from thrift stores, but these were my grandmother's collection, what I have left of it. I gave some of it to Hannah and some of it to my nieces. And so this is what I have left. And then there's other stuff stuck in here too. Like these were not my grandmother's. And these pieces of jewelry were broken bits of jewelry that well, that's an earring. Can you imagine having that thing hanging off your ear? That would be heavy. Broken jewelry pieces that I got when Daryl's wife passed away. She loved to collect broken jewelry, and he let me have a bunch of broken jewelry when she passed away. Ooh, that's pretty. It's also an earring. That was long before he and Mom started dating. That's pretty. But these were like earrings. There was just one of them, you know. So he couldn't sell them on eBay. So he just gave them to me. That's a pretty little button too. It really is. Yeah. I love this box. I do. I wish that I had, had a chance to talk to my grandmother about her buttons. Did she keep them for purely utilitarian reasons? And I would not be surprised if she did. But she liked pretty things too, so she might have kept some of them just because they were pretty. But trying to think. There's a button. It's got some kind of mother of pearl thing in the middle. And there's a little. This was some kind of jewelry. It had like an earring back on it, I think. But it's just a shell that somebody's put some kind of gold something or brass something around it. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches on the soul and sings the tune without words and never stops at all. Thank you. I thought that should be soul, but it did not look like soul, but that was the only word that kept coming into my head. But I didn't want to say it in case I was wrong. Thank you very much, Janet. Oh, that's nice, Teresa. Okay. I like these options. We may have to sew in some little worry dolls later on somewhere in here. I'll take a set of them out because I've got them. I need to use them for something. Make sure I haven't missed something. Ooh, that one's even prettier. It has some little colored stones on the sides, whereas this one's just plain. Now I've got to look at all those and see if make sure there's not one that's even prettier. No, that one's plain. That one's just like the other one. Excuse me. Good grief. Sorry. I told you my allergies were bad. This was a bracelet. Obviously, because I have a bunch of pieces of it. Oh, there's another one of those spinning wheels. Maybe we'll stick that in there somewhere, since there was one in this box and this isn't where I usually keep them. Okay, what's that? Oh, that's just part of a necklace left over. Thank you. Okay. I'm missing something here. The plain one with the mother of pearl would look really nice with my black and white just because book. Are you talking about this, Barbara? Is this the one you're talking about? Okay, I'll set that one aside for you because I have more than one. There's also this one. It's a little bit different, but it's got the same kind of mother of pearl stuff inside it. Okay. I'll set both of those aside for you. It's a cute button. Okay. Hi, Dana. I'm so glad you're here. Okay. I'll get some buttons to use out of my other box, but these were my grandma's, so I'm not gonna just stick them in a journal. But I don't mind sharing one every once in a while. Okay. Oh, we never did decide. We've got this bee we could put on there. We do need to put something. He's missing a little gem right there. We would need to glue something on there. Oh, you're welcome, Barbara. So should we use the bee or that bead or this button? Actually, we could put both of those on there and put the bee on there too. The bee, the bee, the bee, the bee, the bee. Okay. All right. I need to find some kind of little bead or something to go right there. So let me get that box back out. Where'd I put it? Here it is. See if we can find something to go with that. I don't have many flat things, which is what it really needs, is something flat. No, not that. I'm going to dig around just a minute because there's always the chance that that thing came off in here. Here's a little diamond. But it won't fit there either. Here's a little square one. Those came off of pieces of jewelry that are in here. I have another box with some broken jewelry in it, but I don't think I can reach it right now. Okay, I have another idea. Did I put those other ones back in here? I guess I did. Okay. You could. That's exactly what I was thinking, Kathleen. You read my mind, or I read yours, one or the other. One or the other. Let's see. Here's some gold. That'll go with it. Stickles. This isn't stickles, but it's that kind of thing. Let's make sure it's going to work first. Okay. There we go. Now then we'll just let that sit and dry. It may take 5 days. But then we'll add it on. Enchiladas. Oh, that sounds yummy, Mina. Yay for you. Okay. Well, we're going to put this on it, but we got to let our stickles stuff, our dimensional. Let's see, there's a point. I don't want a point. Anyway, we got to let that stuff dry, and then we will put it on. Oh no, those are Barbara's buttons. Let me write her name down so I don't forget where they need to go, because then I would be embarrassed. Okay. There we go. Okay. These I'm going to add somewhere inside probably. So I'm going to just set them up there with that. And okay, let's see what else we can add on here. Oh, here's another piece of that stuff. Let's go ahead and sew one in down here just for kicks. Speak spell check shorthand, yeah. You have to. Okay. I can't believe it's already 3:15. Time flies when you're having fun. Oh, there's one more thing I wanted to do um today. So let me do that first. On Monday night, we're going to start working through this book. And when Hannah and I was trying to figure out if I had all the right watercolors. Let me find it. Um, to make this color wheel. And so I was asking Hannah about it. And I went to look for it while we were at Hobby Lobby looking for something else because I thought if there's something I really need, I could go ahead and buy it. And I do like it, Beth. I like it because you can do several different thicknesses of threads with it for depending on your needle. Um, but the other thing I like is these floss threaders because you can put anything through them and they'll go through any kind of needle just about. So I like those too. Um, anyway, while we were while we were talking about it, I couldn't remember what colors it was. So I went and looked and I found this book and it was reduced and they only had one left at my Hobby Lobby. So I went ahead and bought it and I'm going to give it away. But I only want to give it to somebody who really wants to work along with me on this. You don't have to do videos. You don't even have to post stuff in the group, in the Facebook group. But if you really want to do this project with me, then I'm going to give it away in just a minute. And that way I can mail it out to someone. But I wanted to say a few things first. One thing I noticed when I was looking through it, um, is that she uses a lot of let me see if I can find where she lists them all. For one thing, she uses artist grade watercolor paint, which I don't think is necessary to do it. And I'm not gonna use artist grade watercolors except one because it was the only one I had that was that color. But I'm going to show you how you can do this with a box of Crayola watercolors if you want to. But she also uses lots of grounds, pastes, and mediums. Golden light molding paste, golden fiber paste, golden crackle paste, watercolor ground, cold pressed ground, liquid ceramic stucco, Liquitex natural sand, golden glass bead gel, golden clear tar gel or clear leveling gel, Winsor & Newton gum arabic, Winsor & Newton iridescent medium. Now, I do not have most of these things. And so, oh, okay. That's great, Barbara. I don't have most of these things, and whatever I don't have, I'm going to either try to find a DIY or replace it with something else that I do have. So I want to tell you all that up front so that when we're going through this and you hear me say next week, she says we're going to use golden light modeling paste, I don't want you to think you have to go get it. I'm going to try to keep my brain ahead of where we're working so I can tell you what I'm going to use instead of these things. So I'm just letting you know um, that she does have a whole bunch of stuff in here that I can't use because I don't have it, and I'm not going to go spend money on it just for this project. So, so I want you to know that you don't get stuck, you know. Um, oh, sorry. Okay. Fast and fun watercolor, no painting. Oh, no drawing required painting techniques by Gina Lee Kim. And I will show you some of the pages. What we're going to do Monday night is we're going to do the stuff on interpreting color and make a color wheel and that kind of thing. So, I wanted to, I thought if some of you looked at this and you saw that list of things and you thought, oh goodness, I'll have to buy everything. Don't think that, because we're going to try to find ways to get around using those things. Um, Sunflowers, paper glue technique. And, I'll tell you, ahead of time what I'm going to use. And then um, y'all can look around your stash and see if you can find something that you can use. I was going to see, what is this? Okay, see, she uses a black Stabilo all pencil for those. It looks almost like beads, but it's not. And then she uses black and green Stabilo dimensional paint. But we're just going to use what we have, and we're going to try to make the stuff we have work. And I may have some things you don't have that she has, and you may have some things she has that I don't have. That's okay. I'm not going to fret about it, and I don't want you to either. Um, but this is the one I found at Hobby Lobby on sale, and so I went ahead and bought it so that I could give it away. Because I think it's going to be fun to do. I don't um, I don't know if that's enough of the pictures, Beth, for you to know if you've got it or not. But I'm just letting everybody kind of have a look at what the projects look like. And we may, she uses a stencil for this flower. I'm pretty sure. Let me. Um, yeah, she uses a lotus stencil. So I may end up using a different flower, even though it's supposed to be a lotus. Um, because I don't know that I have a lotus stencil. I'll look and see, but I don't know that I have one. Anyway, so we may have to do some adaptation as we go, but that's part of what mixed media is. And I have no idea what tar gel even is. Clear tar gel, a viscous and pourable yet stringy material that dries to a glossy finish. Okay, I don't know. But here she puts down some paper and then some yarn to make her nest. So we can do a lot of the things even if we don't have everything. Okay, Kathleen. Um, okay. It's artistnetwork.com. Artistnetwork.com might be the easiest place to find it. And I will try to put a link underneath the oh, it's a different book. Okay. What was I going to say? You might can find it that way. You might can find it on Amazon. Fast and fun watercolor painting techniques, no drawing required. Gina Lee Kim. So is there anybody out there who wants to work along with me and would really like to have the book? If you'll just let me know so I'll know how many people might want to be in the giveaway, then I know how to figure out how to give it to you. Oh, there you go, Janet. Yay, you're so sweet. Thank you so much, Janet. And Hobby Lobby, it cost $24.99, but now it was reduced to $6.24. So, um, and Barbara put in the Amazon link too. So thank y'all both so much. So is there anybody in the chat who would like to win this book? I'll give you a minute to let me know. There's a little piece of paper. I don't want that. Oh, I'm not that good at it either, Teresa, which is one reason I'm wanting to play with this book. Um, Hannah said she might try to do some of the exercises with us, but in a different color palette, because she's not really into this bold, bright color palette, which I think's fun. One of the things I'm going to show you on Monday night is that you can make your own 12 colors, even though they're I'll ask again Monday night if there's nobody here who wants it. Um, what was I going to say? Oh, if you just have red, yellow, and blue, you can make all the other colors. And I'm going to show you how I did, starting with two different, with a warm red, yellow, blue and a cool red, yellow, blue, and how different the color wheels turned out. Well, I'm not going to promise you that I will teach you how to watercolor, because I don't know that much. Of course, I'm comparing myself to people I see online or to Hannah, and the people I see online are much better than I am, and so is Hannah. She found the Hobby Lobby link for the book, too. Thank you, Janet. Well, Kathleen, I'll see what if you will email me your address, I will see what it would cost me to ship it to you. And you look around and see if you can find it somewhere and what that would cost. And if I could ship it to you cheaper than you can buy it, then I will ship it to you. And if I can't, then you can buy it somewhere and get it cheaper. I don't know what it'll cost to send it to you. But if you'll send me your in the description box below, it has my email address. It's talktome@dlc96.com. If you'll send me your address there, I will see what it would cost me to send it to you. And then we can figure out what would be the most cost effective for you to help me pay postage or to buy it fresh. um, Oh, and Beth does have the book. So cool. All right. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm looking back at chat here real quick. Oh my goodness, Kathleen. Postage to Australia is outrageous. Yeah. Barbara sent a small box. It was $97. Good grief. Yeah, I'll check and see what it cost. If you'll send me your email address, I mean your home address, I'll see what it would cost to ship it to you. And I don't know if they do media mail overseas or not in the States. Because it's a book, I can send it relatively cheap in the States. But we'll see what we can do. Yeah, I would think it would be cheaper than 38 to $80 or $60. 38 to 60. That may be where she was looking, Barbara. I don't know. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and cut off the ends because I'm just going to do each thing as I do it, and I'll add stuff if I want to rather than planning to add stuff. I think that's easier. Okay, it's 3:30. I need to get a move on here if I'm going to get much done. Let's see what else I can find that we can add. Wow. Okay. Well, email me, Kathleen, and we'll discuss it in email. Okay, I think I want something a little more colorful than that. I got this because I think it'll help me be able to work easier on the book pages, but I don't really need it on the cover. Let's see what else I can find. A lot of this stuff's too big for this little book. Yep, too big. Hi, Carol. I'm sorry, sweetie. I didn't realize you were even in here. I'm glad to see you, but I'm sorry you're leaving. You have a great evening too. I'm sorry I missed you. Okay, thanks, Kathleen. And I lost something. Just went. Mm, I'm trying to find. Okay, I don't think there's something else that I really want to use in there. I thought I might use one of these. Well, that would work because this is say still too big, but I think this one will work. Now that can be, well, that could be our base down here. Because I need a base. We need a base. But I think I want some color behind it too, now that I think about it. See if we can make the edges of this not look so cut. Okay. We can put that down and put this over it. Or we could put that here. All right, I'm going to do this, but I'm going to put something else down, kind of like I did here to kind of sew that down. No, because that won't be very pretty under it. Okay, where's that? My brain is having a hard time thinking at the moment. Okay, here it is. Say, where's that lace? Okay. I said I wasn't going to plan it out, but and I'm not really. I'm not really. Okay, see, Amazon Australia has it for 32. I'll order it and let one of your US friends claim yours, Lisa. Oh, okay, Kathleen. Thank you. And I'm so glad that you want to play along. That's wonderful. And then I'll give someone else a chance on Monday night if nobody that's here today wants it. Okay. Now then, let's find some. Okay, Vanessa. All right, Vanessa, if you will send me your in the description box, and Janet even put it in the other thing. I mean, inside the chat, but in the description box below the video, there is a email. If you'll send me your address, I will send you the book. And this is not typical watercolor, which I think will make it less scary for us. At least that's my hope. Is that because it's not typical, it'll make it less scary? You're welcome. There you go. Thank you, Janet. Beth says, I used the book first with Janet Young, taught me how to use masking fluid, and again used it with Debbie Epps on paper piecing and print and painting the boats. The book is fab. Wonderful, Beth. Whoops. And I'm just sewing this one in like this. One of the things I like about these books is that um, we're just letting all the stitches show and we're doing it as part of the aesthetic of the book. I like that. Check used books too. Yeah, that's true. I think it's going to be fun to do, but I didn't want people to see it and then get frustrated because they don't have all the stuff. Because that was my very first reaction when I started reading it. I was like, "Oh no, I told people I was going to do this, but I don't have most of this stuff." Um, and and then I decided, that's okay. We'll just adapt what we can and use something different when we don't have something we can make work for the same technique. I have my air conditioner out here turned off because it's not really getting that hot during the day, and it's not getting below freezing at night anymore, and my filter needs to be changed on it, and I can't get to it the way things are right now to change the filter. So it's um so I just turned it off. So if I get desperate, I can turn it on for a little bit and let it kind of cool the place down, but I don't think that's going to be an issue until I can get to it. But it's kind of embarrassing that there's such a mess in my room. I can't even get over there to the air conditioner um to change the filter. Okay. It is a challenge. It's like, well, I can do it, but I have to move everything that I've got over there. Whoops. Um, somewhere else, and there's no somewhere else to move it to. I am planning to declutter But I've got to. Hannah's in the middle of decluttering and rearranging her bedroom, and until she gets that done, there's no place for me to put stuff to do the same thing. So, um, our living room is going to be a mess for a while with both of us trying to get ourselves in gear. Ah, but since we're the only ones here, I guess we can just let it be however it is. Not yet, Barbara. We're waiting to make until he finds a job before we do that. And he still has to. Once he finds a job, he's going to come and get his stuff, and then I'm going to take him, take him back with his stuff. Right now, his stuff is most of his stuff is still in there, and we're just we're storing a few things in there um, of ours, but once he comes and gets his stuff, then then we will then Hannah's going to make that into her craft room. She told him he had 4 months, and then she was dumping his stuff out on the sidewalk. She won't. She was teasing, but excuse me just a second. No, he doesn't drive, so he doesn't have a car, and that is, making it harder. Um, my hope is that he'll be able to find something online so he won't need to drive, and he won't need his roommate to have to take him and pick him up. But when he told him to come, his roommate knew he didn't drive, so just letting them work on it together. Excuse me. He's such a smart kid. He can learn to do anything someone's willing to train him to do. Um, he just needs a chance. But it is a little bitty town he's in, which is another reason why I think it would be good for him to try to find something online because the opportunities are not that numerous, in a small town like that. But hi, Susan. I'm so glad you're here. And I'm going to run out of um, string before I get to the end here. Hi, Linda. I'm good. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Oh, I went. No, we're going to take that out because while I am not a perfectionist, that is a little bit too imperfect. Just because books are so much fun. Yes, I'm really having fun with this one. Um, I'm just in the very beginning of it though. I got to admit, I got a lot to do. Okay. Now let's try again here. There we go. All right. Well, we might can do it. We might can do it. Woo! Okay. Just gonna have to tie a knot right here. Let's see if we can kind of push this a little bit. Oh, I'm so happy for you, Brittany. I know how hard it is to get your mojo back. I'm still struggling with that myself. I'm feeling like Monday night was the first night I felt like I really wanted to do stuff, and so I'm happy that I want to do stuff again finally. I was only doing the stuff that was, you know, obligatory before, but now I'm actually having some ideas of things that I want to do. So it feels good to want to do it again. I'm doing okay. Really tired. All of a sudden, I'm glad work is almost over. Oh, I'm glad it's almost over too. It's hard. I know Hannah has hard times at work. Um, it just feels like there's just so much, and you have to try to be, um, you can't let yourself feel everything that you feel when you feel it. And grief is one of those things that just hits you, and you're stuck with it. You can't do a whole lot about it. And in the middle of work is a hard time, which makes it more stressful. Okay, here's this. Now then, I was going to put this on. Well, I guess I still could, couldn't I? I could put half of it here and the other half of it over here. I don't know. Now I don't really want it there. See, that's why I said I'm not trying to plan too much. I may change my mind and put it back, but right at the moment, I'm not really wanting it there. Yeah, let me just show you, Susan, what my plan is so far. These are my pages, and I'm going to sew each one in individually like this. So I'm not going to make them into signatures. Each folio is going to be sewn in separately. And what I did was use pieces from an old quilt squares that I found at an antique store an estate sale that, never had gotten made into a quilt. And so I just sewed those to some of my rusty dyed fabric. And I'm going to do my stuff on this side, and I'm going to do my stuff on this side, and then I'll sew them together. So even though there's four right now, it's really just one folio. And then I've got a couple of them that fold out. It'll be sewn in right here, and it'll fold out. And this one's made from 3 squares. And so I've got, several different ones. Some of them are repeated. Oops. And then some of them, these I've put a couple of buttons on here, just trying out a technique that I saw on a video. And that's one reason why I'm leaving them like this, so that I can hide that kind of stuff behind. And then it'll be like this once I get finished. And how far, these overlap will depend on how fat this gets as I go. So that's kind of where we're at right now. I decided I wanted to do the cover first. And so that's what we're working on. I'm going to put this. I had to add some of this dimensional paint because the little bead that was there is gone. But this is going to go on here. Excuse me. You are very welcome. This is an old piece of jewelry that I got some broken jewelry from my stepfather's when his first wife passed away, who happened to be my mom's best friend. When she passed away, he gave me some of her old jewelry to play with. And that was, long before he and mom ever thought about that they might decide to get married. Um, so it's fun to have some of that stuff in here. Um, because she was a big part of my life. His daughter, Daryl's daughter, has been my best friend all my life. So it it was kind of cool for us to get to be sisters now too. Yeah, it's all pretty new to me too. I've done a little bit. I started on a bigger. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Um, a bigger journal cover, if I can find it. I did this one quite a while back, and I got this far, and I realized this is going to be huge. And let me see how big it is actually. See, it's 11 inches tall, and if I fold it in half, it's 9 inches wide. I wasn't planning to fold it in half though. I was planning to fold it where this is the spine. So it will be more like this. And I'm probably still going to make a journal out of it, but it's not going to be a fabric journal. It's not going to be a slow stitching journal. Just the cover will be slow stitched and the stuff inside will probably be paper. But that's how far I've gotten on that one. And I enjoyed it when I was working on it. I just, when I realized at the time I was planning to make a whole slow stitch journal this big, and I just thought, oh my goodness, that's going to take me forever. And so, but I'm enjoying this so far, and I need to get this back out and finish it, finish the cover. Hannah did the, oh, what do you call that? Is it called couching? I can't remember, where she stitched the quilting batting between the front and the back pieces. And she made this, I can't remember what they call that. But she did that for me so it would all be in one piece, and then I could add everything on top of it. And so I do want to leave some of that showing because that's her work, and I think it's kind of fun to leave it. But I still do want to add a bunch more stuff to that. So that's my other piece that I'm working on. And now that I've got it out, I will probably work on it intermittently with this one. But anyway, I've got another tub of stuff that I had out to work on this that I probably could use for here too. Um, I know one thing I want to do. Let's see if we can. I got these strips of fabric in some Happy Mail, and I think they would make a cute, like clustery thing. And this one has some stitching, um, right down the middle of it. I thought would be fun to make it part of it. Yeah, well, it's one of those things I started a long time ago, and then I put it away, and then I decided that maybe a smaller book I would, really get more stuff done. Oh, believe me, Susan, I understand. Um, I Hannah, one of her YouTube names, she hasn't got a channel yet, but one of the her YouTube names is Serial Amateur, because she says she just moves from one thing to another thing, and that's me too. That's me too. Anyway, I thought it would be um, fun to work on this little book. Actually, that would probably be better here because this is going to be the back, and it needs to be flatter. It needs to be flatter than the Here's another little bit of stuff. Yeah, Barbara, that's one, and her other one is dialogues with the book dragon, and that's where she's planning to really start a YouTube channel and do like book reviews and writing reviews and do art, like where she's painting or drawing characters out of the books that she's talking about. That's kind of what she has in mind for that one. Um, but she did too because she liked both of the names, and she wants to do different stuff. She wants the dialogues with the book dragon to be about books, and then um the serial amateur to be about all the different hobbies that she has. Okay. I think this one needs to be a little bit smaller. So you can see these other ones. We'll make it into a flower. Of course, I still could do this and then put these, this little flower in the middle of that with a button. Yeah, she's pretty much been her own person from birth. she she's pretty self-aware for someone her age. Let's see if we can find a button to go in there. You like the flower, but not with the doily. Okay. Okay. Let's see if I can find a button to go in the center. That's probably too dark. No. Let's see. Well, if I don't put the doily under it, I think I need maybe another piece of something else with it. That could be on the back. Let's see what other stuff I have in here I could. Let's see, what is this? Oh, that's part of a. Yeah, we'll save that. We might find a way to use it mostly whole. Oh, we could put one of these little things with it. Put that under the button. That would give it a little bit of dimension. Vanessa likes the doily on the back. Okay, good. I need to stick something else right here before I do that, before I put the doily down. Let's see if we can. Okay. And then let's see if we can, let me put the lid back on this. Actually, I kind of think, no, that doily's too small if I put that on there. Trying to find a more florally button. Ooh, too yellow. Not a big yellow fan. Let's see. Oh, that one's big too. And that one's kind of thick. I just have too many requirements for my poor button. Let's see. Ooh, here's a little pink one. Oh, no, that's somebody's baby. That's not what I was trying to pick up. Okay, here we go. All right, that's what we're going to use. Good or bad, that's what we're going to use. Okay, now I need to decide. Oh, I was going to find a button for right. No, we're going to put the B there. I forgot. See, I'm already forgetting things. All right. We'll use some of this to tie that in. I'm going to have to get off here in just a minute because I got to get ready to go pick Hannah up from work. Well, I made 3 knots, and each one of them is lined up right next to each other. Usually I can get them to stack pretty good, but that wasn't wanting to. Okay. Now then, let's get these things. I think we're going to change it to like this. It's hard. These things are all kind of slicky. It's hard to get them to stay put where I want them. Okay. I could always cut one of them a little smaller if I need to once I get it the button sewn on. There we go. That needle is almost too fat to go in here. Oh, goodness. It went through the other side, but it doesn't want to go through this side. See, I wasn't thinking about that. Okay. That's a little frustrating. Okay. I don't know who that person was. Never heard that name. So we're going to pretend like they didn't call. Oh, no, it's just going to have to. I'm going to leave that sitting there. Put a knot in from the other side on a different needle. The point was to get a different needle, Lisa. Sometimes I'm not paying attention to my own thoughts. Okay, let's see. There we go. Okay. Oh, wait. I don't want a knot because I want to tie. No, I don't. I don't because I don't want to take a chance on it coming out. So I'm just going to tie it in. Nope. I'm going to tie it on top. Okay. Sorry, talking to myself. Nope, I need to go down from here. Okay, take that other piece out. I'm going to go back through here and come back out one more time. Okay. And now we're going to tie a knot here. I thank all of you for being here with me this afternoon. It was more fun than playing by myself. One more. Okay. Now then, this is going to go right here. Eventually. Eventually, it's going to go right there. This is going to go right here. I want to put something right there first. Oh, well, yay, Barbara. I can't wait to see your black and white book. That'll be cool. All right. What was I got? Oh, here's something I can use. Okay. Let's see here. Move these. I keep being afraid I'm going to go over there and hit that. We could put that in there. Hmm. Let's. I like these because they're strung together like lace, but you could also take them apart and put just one little flower, different places. I think that's cool. That was another thrift store find from a while back. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you, Vanessa. Okay. I'm going to just leave these things like this. No, I can't do that because, yeah, I can. We're just going to do it like this. And I'm going to fold it up like this and put this on top of it and just set it aside till that dries. No, I'm not going to put that on top of it. I'll put it beside it. I don't want to take a chance of it falling over and messing up. Um, that way my stuff won't come out. I'll put both of these needles because they're both useful. Okay. I found another something that is still in the house, but it's a zipper, but it's got like a brass zipper in it, but it's real short. And I thought that might be fun to put in this book too, but I left it in the house, so I'll have to get it and bring it out here later. Um, anyway, I think it's turning out, it's going to be cute. Let's leave this here for the end credits. And then I'll roll it up in a minute. But bye, Beth. Thank you all, and I will see you after I get home after getting Hannah. I've got to help her put some baskets up in her bedroom first, so I'll be late. But we'll talk to you all. Love you. Bye bye.